Hey guys, Nikki Bell here again. I just wanted to go over the buyer client expectations video. I just want to first thank you so much for working with me. I really look forward to working with you throughout this home buying process, whether you're purchasing your primary home or purchasing as an investment. I so appreciate your business. I appreciate you trusting me, and let's go ahead and get started. I wanted to go over some expectations and just clearly define what's in your lane versus what is in my lane. So, what you can expect from me, and also then what I should be able to expect from you throughout this process. So, first, what you can expect from me. Sorry, don't mind me looking down. I am reading from my computer for the script that I put together for you for this. It's hard to remember every little detail, so just don't mind that and follow along with me. So, first, what you can expect from me right off the bat is great communication. I really pride myself on trying to be proactive and answering all of your questions thoroughly and trying to answer them like before you even ask them. So, with that said, basically, I like to kind of lay out some ground rules. I I love real estate. I work really, really hard for you. But I do try to stick to some communication hours that are between 8 and 5 p.m. I have found that other real estate agents don't work before 8 p.m. or after 5 p.m. and basically are not going to be accepting or countering with offers after those hours either. So that's just kind of a standard practice that I have come to realize that most agents follow. And so I do try to really be present at home with my family as well. So I do reserve the weekends for either viewing homes in person with my buyers, whether or not my buyers are here in town, or spending time with my family. And I say whether or not my buyers are here in town is just a side note. As an extra service, I do provide to my clients that I love. I go out and I go take videos of homes and I upload them to a Google Drive for them to look at from afar. And so the next thing is text and email are the best ways to communicate with me. So if it's a little bit more urgent, then you can text me. And if it's not quite as urgent, then email is the preferred way to contact me and communicate with me. Of course, I will always take phone calls as well. But basically, we like to have things in writing so that I can refer back to them in previous emails. So I can confirm information or, whatever it is that we need to do. But when I am showing houses with a client, I really do try to give them my full attention. So therefore, any calls that I get while I am showing houses to clients in person, I won't answer those calls, but I will respond via text and just say, hey, is there anything that I can help you with right now over text? And I would love to at least say, hey, I'm with a client. I'll call you back when I'm done, or ask if there's something that I can help you take care of right then and there via text. And so just to let you know, I will never leave you hanging, never. But I really do try to be fully present with my clients. But again, communication is absolutely everything. So going back to the weekends real quick, and when I am with in-person clients, again, I do want to give them the same level of attention that I would give you when we're in person together. So it's only fair that I provide the same level of attention to other clients when I'm with them. So I really appreciate you understanding that fact. But secondly, is guidance throughout this whole process. I've been through the real estate transaction process several times personally myself, as an investor and buying my personal home. And I will be negotiating for you and making sure that timelines don't fall out of escrow, making sure that everything is correct. And I have a whole team behind me to ensure that everything goes smooth. So I will be your main point of contact, even though if I do have a transaction coordinator or a listing coordinator to help with the paperwork side of things at times, you can still ask me any contract specific questions, paperwork specific questions, period. I will be your go-to. And just also another side note for something that I do provide. If you're an investor, I can help run numbers with you, for you. They're just going to be my own personal opinion that I'll run for your investment property that you're looking for. Not every investor is going to be interested in this, and that's okay. But it is a service that I do provide, especially for newer investors. But because of that, I do want to be super clear right off the bat that they are my opinions. They're my numbers that I run for you, but I really don't want you to use that as this is a set in stone number. This property will definitely cash flow this amount, etc. I just never want to be liable for your property and your due diligence. I simply am here to give you a second set of eyes and just provide you my personal opinion. So your due diligence is always going to be on you. So whether you're an investor or a home buyer, the due diligence is definitely in your lane, and I can absolutely help guide you through that and just be a resource for you for any questions that you do have. So as far as the due diligence goes, any questions that you have regarding like CC&Rs for an HOA or final decisions about your inspections, that is in your lane as a home buyer to review and decide if you're going to accept the terms, etc. Again, I'm here to help you with any resources you may need and to make your final decisions during your due diligence period. But I'm not a lawyer, so honestly, I can't legally review and interpret those documents for you. I know that's kind of a common misconception. And so I did want to just kind of get that out in the open that, again, I'm always here to be a resource, but yeah, I'm not a lawyer, so legally I honestly cannot interpret those documents for you. So then next is my team or I will schedule any and all inspections that you're looking to get done, which we will cover a little bit later as well. But if you have any specific vendors in mind that you want to use, absolutely, we can use yours. Otherwise, I would just suggest using my own preferred vendors. I just want to put it out there that I don't get any sort of kickback or money or anything from these companies. I just know that they're reputable and will get the job done. So again, I'm just here to help you. And we're going to be an amazing team working through each of these transactions together. But again, I have no issue at all if you know of a great pest company that you would like to use for your inspection or whatever. We will definitely cross that bridge as well when the time comes. But so another thing, when placing an offer, I definitely reach out to the lender if you're getting financing to let them know that we're about to place an offer. Hey, this is who the listing agent is. This is the address. That way there's communication between the lender and the seller's agent as well. So this will give the seller more peace of mind saying, okay, this buyer we just received an offer from, we got the blessing from their lender. So they will know that you're pre-approved. So I do provide that as an extra service as well for my buyers because it makes everything go really smooth, gives us a little bit of an edge when it comes to getting our offers accepted over others. So so with that said, I will be requiring a pre-qual letter, which we'll get into that a little bit later as well. But I do want to reiterate, even though I have my office hours from 8 to 5 and weekends are either for family or home touring, You will never miss out on a house because of my unavailability. It will honestly never happen again. I have a whole team behind me to help. And if I need to break my office hours of 8 to 5, I'll do that for you. So just really want to be clear on that. I am here for you and here to get you the home that you really want. Like, no matter what we have to do, we're going to get this done. So, lastly, I will provide local knowledge, market expertise here in the Phoenix metro area. I am also a part of the White Mountain Association, and hopefully will be a part of the Central Arizona Association as well. So I will be able to provide market knowledge in the White Mountain area, Payson, Pine, Strawberry, Happy Jack, all of those beautiful rim country areas of Arizona that we all love as well. So I will guide you. I am here with you every step of the way because I understand how stressful this process can be and how exciting it can be as well. So I want you to know I'm here with you. I'm excited for you. I'm going to hold your hand every step of the way throughout this whole process. And I'm here to help inform you and be your resource for all things real estate. So now just a little bit of what I can hopefully expect from you throughout this process. So if you are an investor, like I mentioned before, I do just expect that you analyze whatever properties you're looking for. If you decide on a property and say, hey, you know what, the numbers work for me in this case, that is when you can send me the property and I can run my own numbers and we can kind of compare. I do run my numbers on the Bigger Pockets calculator, and I can send that back within a reasonable amount of time and we can review it together. But again, you will not miss out on a property because I'm unavailable either. And after you run your numbers, or if you're a home buyer and you've done your research, like as far as going out and looking at the area, the crime rates, etc., and you think that the numbers or that property will work, then I will coordinate a showing. So the last thing that we want to do is coordinate showings and you're not pre-qualified or you end up not liking the area, things like that it could have been easily avoided to waste your time. I just really want to make sure that you're going out, if you live in town, that you as a buyer are going out to that area and making sure that you like the area. Because then it takes a lot of time to set up a showing, and then us all drive there, and then we get to that area and immediately you're like, oh, this is not what I expected. When we're both like, dang it, okay, no problem, we can move on to the next one. But again, it just really is a great thing to do, to go drive to the property first and make sure that you like the outside. And then we can absolutely show you the inside whenever will work for you. So that just helps a lot. Instead of showing up that day, like I said, and it turns out you don't like the area, we just really don't want to waste your time. But when you do say, hey, I really like that area, I know that area well, or whatever the case may be, then I know that you've done your minor due diligence. You know the area, you know that your numbers generally work if you're an investor, and then you'll be ready to submit an offer on that property if you love the inside, of course. So number 5 is what I talked about a little bit earlier as far as due diligence. You are in charge of your own due diligence. I really like to reiterate to all of my clients, both investors and the home buyers, that I'm not your due diligence for you. I can't do it for you. And you should really not want to rely on anyone else for your investment, whether it's your personal home purchase or an investment property. I am absolutely here to help. I am absolutely here to be your resource, but I cannot legally transcribe these really important documents such as the HOA, CC&R, and deeds, and let you know if a short-term rental would be allowed here, if it would cash flow this much, etc. Everything that I provide is, again, my personal opinion only, and based off of my own personal numbers. So if you do want to have specific questions answered, say for example, on CC&Rs of an HOA, there are plenty of attorneys in the area and I can help you find a reputable one as well. So if you do want to find your own, you can also go to martindale.com. That is MartinDale.com. That's a great resource as well to find an attorney online that is in your area. So number 6, so I really want to submit realistically priced offers for you. And that'll be so subjective to each transaction. We will discuss the details of that as we go, and it will really be dependent on how the market is at that time. So again, it's just very subjective, but this is kind of just a general overall view of our expectations of each other. And again, we'll discuss everything in great detail as we go. But when you're thinking of submitting an offer on a property, I just want you to think to yourself, if I wake up tomorrow and I found out that we lost the property due to, say, a $10,000 difference, am I going to be crushed? How sad would I be if I lost that and I could have just offered $10,000 more or a few other things to the seller? So just something to keep in mind, that a $10,000 difference equates to about $75 a month in your payment. So of course, I want to get you the best deal that you could possibly get, and I'm here to work for you regardless. But we'll definitely discuss what a reasonable offer is dependent on the property and what the seller wants out of the deal. But that's just something to keep in mind as we go forward. So number 8, I do expect that when you tell me you're interested in a property, that you're pretty much ready to place an offer, as long as you love the inside, and as long as there's not any major issues. I want you to be on board and be dedicated to the process. So when you tell me, okay, you're ready to submit an offer, I do also expect that your spouse is on board, or your investment partner, or anyone else that's going to be on the title and on the loan with you, that they all say, all right, green light, let's go, let's do this. Because the last thing we want to do is get an offer accepted, and then say your spouse comes back and says, oh, I don't want to live there. Oh, they aren't ready to sell their current home, or whatever the case may be. And then I have to apologize to all parties and we have to back out. And that really doesn't give me a good reputation. Nobody really wants to be the agent that has buyers that always back out. So again, I just really want you to be dedicated to the process. I want you to know this is what you want to do for sure, and have your partner and everybody else on board and as excited as you are to move forward on this. So the last thing is, the standard is to have a pre-qualification letter or a proof of funds letter if you're an investor ready to go. So I do usually require that before viewing homes, and definitely before submitting offers. It looks good to the seller if you get to the lender and say, hey, by the way, this client actually is pre-approved. They're good to go. We'll fund and we will close the deal smoothly. So that's basically it. I hope that doesn't seem like too much. I promise if it's overwhelming, I will walk you through everything. We'll try to make it as easy and as seamless as absolutely possible. But I really love these videos because you can come back and listen and watch this video anytime. And again, I'm always available for questions as well. But sometimes it helps to just listen to this, put your mind at ease, and just know that no matter what, I'm here for you. I'm always here for questions, and I'm so, so excited to work with you. I'm really, really looking forward to getting you through this process and getting to know you, of course, a little bit more as well. So thank you. Look forward to seeing you soon.